The legs are crossed, hands on the knees. Seb, can you just go back upstairs because I've just started? Literally just told him that. And just take some nice breaths in and out through the nose. And today is a really important practice because we're working on the heart chakra, giving and receiving love. Opening our heart to these very challenging times and having acceptance. So just put your hands onto your heart, and as you breathe in, filling the belly with air, the rib cage all the way up to the heart, feel the heart, the chest rise. And let it all out. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the hands back down to the knees, and we're going to do a calming and releasing breath. So I'd like you to gently and slowly breathe in for 3 counts and feel that air fill, the energy fill inside the body. And when you've done the 3 counts, we're going to hold for 3 counts. So retain the breath so it'll feel like it's right up here around the heart. After we've held the breath for 3 counts, we're going to exhale slowly and mindfully for 6 seconds. So it's 3 in, 3 to hold, 6 to exhale. So just sit nice and relax, neutral spine, connect to your mat, really notice the support of the earth beneath you. The back's nice and straight and the chin slightly dipped towards the chest. And just take a few breaths just to prepare for this pranayama practice, this breath work practice. And I will count for you 3, 3 and 6. And we'll do about 5 rounds of this. Okay, let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And release the breath. Do whatever the breath wants to do. You might want to do some big open mouthed releasing exhales. And just bring yourself back to your natural breath. Hello, if you're just joining me. And bringing the hands to heart center. Raise the arms up to the sky. We're going to keep the arms open and open the chest, lift the chest up. So you're bending the middle of the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. This feels good. If you sit at a desk, what a great thing to do. Just keep breathing, gently bringing the arms down, back to center. We're going to take one arm up and behind us, take one arm out and underneath, and see if you can bring the fingertips together. Still sitting really, really nice and straight. The chest is proud, but we're not overextending the back. Just lifting the chest, opening the heart. It's literally imagining there all of that beautiful glow just coming straight out of the heart. Keep breathing. And round to the other side. So one arm goes up and over and down the back. The other one comes around the side and underneath. The back's nice and straight. The neck's nice and neutral. So be careful that you're not bringing your head forward. Doesn't matter if the fingers aren't touching at all. It's the practice of opening the heart. And release, give the shoulders a nice circle. Other way. Take the hands behind you. Just walk them back so that the fingers are facing behind you. It's just like a seated camel. So from here, take a nice in-breath. Open the chest, bend the spine. So we're pushing the belly forward and taking the head, not all the way back. Don't allow it just to flop back, just so that we're looking up to the sky, and really squeeze the shoulder blades together. And just breathe in a way that feels good for you. Gently bring the head back, really nice and gently, and walk the hands back. We're going to come onto all fours, do a nice cat and cow. So on all fours, the hands are underneath the shoulders and the hips are stacked over the top of the knees. The fingers nice and wide and pressing down, pressing away. And as soon as you press away, if you just lean forward into that press, you'll feel that connection to your core. So pressing down with all the limbs that are on the floor. Just a tiny weeny bend at the elbows so that the elbows are going outwards rather than overextending and the elbows coming towards you. Just create that little tiny bend. Okay, cat and cow, so dropping the belly, lifting the head, opening the chest, lifting the hips. Lovely inhale, really feel that stretch across the belly and the opening of the heart. Exhale the other way, tuck the tailbone, lift the tummy up towards the spine, bring the chin to the chest. And the other way, inhale, just creating some gorgeous shapes with your body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, from here, I want you to keep the hips where they are, nice and stacked. So the bottom's going to be sticking out at the back. Keeping the hips in pretty much the same space, start to walk the hands down and away from you so that you come down onto the chest. This isn't a particularly comfortable position, and if you do feel too uncomfortable, you can allow the heart to rest down onto your cushion. And this is puppy pose. I'll show you it from the side. It's not child's pose. So we're in this position. The hips stay where they are. The body just comes forward, reaching forward, bringing the heart down to the ground. It's a gorgeous pose. Just breathe in this pose. And walk your way back up. You can bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press up yourself back up. Just sitting on the knees for a second. And we're going to twist and open the chest to the left. So right arm onto the left knee, left arm all the way up and take it to the back and open the chest. Just having a lovely twist. You can place that arm sort of around the lower back as if you're trying to reach it out this side. And turn the head towards the left shoulder. Bring it back round. Just leaning into the other side just to neutralise the spine again. And we'll do the other side. So left hand onto the right outside of the knee. The right arm comes all the way up and we follow our fingers with our head as we twist around to the back, keeping nice and straight. Herbie's snoring in the background as per usual. Aren't you, Herbie? Lovely. And coming out of that twist nice and slowly, just releasing the twist onto the other side. Back to centre, and we're going to come down onto the floor, onto our bellies, and bringing the shoulders so that the elbows are sort of stacked underneath the shoulders. So you've got a vertical line, the top of the arm, and pressing the fingers again down into the earth. Now squeeze your bottom and squeeze your thighs together. Squeeze everything together. And we're going to hold it here. This is Sphinx pose. Again, feel that gorgeous energy coming out of the heart, as if you're sharing it with the rest of the world, all of that love. Open the elbows, come down to here, bring the head down to the hands. Have a good breath. Bringing them back round into the position again, so tucking the elbows nicely into the side of the body and just gently coming up into your Sphinx pose again. Hello, Sharon. Hope you're okay. Opening the elbows again, coming down with the forehead onto the back of the hands. Lifting up, and this time we're going to bring the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. Again, the fingers are facing forward and they're nice and spread and pressing down into the earth. And we're going to come up into a cobra. So again, focus on pressing the hips, the pelvis down into the ground, squeezing the bottom and keeping the thighs together nice and strong, as if you've got one leg instead of two. Keeping the elbows in tight and the shoulders low. Take an inhale. Just come up a little bit. Squeeze the bottom. This more comes from the bottom and the thighs and the hips than it does from the back or your arms. Lower down again. Just rest the forehead on the ground. Take the hands just a tiny little bit further back, just like half an inch back. Breathe in again, come up a little bit further. The arms are still bent and they're nicely tight against the body. Shoulders low. And lower down. Head down to the ground. Again, just move them back, final time. Hi Nick, just half an inch. Keep the elbows in nice and tight. Take an inhale and this time come up a little bit further. So I'm going to actually come up, so I've just got just a little tiny bend in the elbows, but the elbows are still really tightly tucked into my rib cage. Take the head back. And lowering yourself down. Bring the hands into genie pose again. And the head down. Just rest for a moment. We don't want to uncurl what we've done because we're still going to do another heart opener yet. So we're just going back to a neutral spine. And we're going to bring ourselves into bow pose. So again, coming up so you're on your elbows. Bend this knee so the bottom and the heel are as close to each other as they can be. And just lean over and take your right ankle. If this is where you want to stay, that's fine. You can just swap ankles and do the other side in a minute. Or if you'd like to carry on, you can roll over to the other side, take the other ankle and bring yourself back onto your front. And don't let the knees splay apart. Keep them as nicely parallel as you can. And if you want to, you can just try and lift up a little bit more. So you're pressing down into the tummy, into the pelvis, and really, really opening the heart. And gently release, and bringing yourself up onto the knees again. Spider fingers either side, and just sit with the chin just slightly tucked. Just neutralize the spine once again. Okay, coming up onto the knees, I'm going to do a nice lunge. I'm going to take the right leg, bring it forward in front of you. So it's quite a big lunge because as we lean forward, you want to try and make sure that the knee and the ankle are aligned. So make sure that the knee is just over the ankle and you can just see sort of the big toe. Really leaning into the hips, from the hips, bringing the arms up. Take an inhale. Exhale, goddess arms. Really open up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, pressing down into the earth with your feet and the leg at the back. Coming back to center. If it hurts your knee that you're on, put a cushion underneath the knee that's on the ground. Left leg comes forward. If you find it wobbly, just bring the leg out to the side a little bit more. Leaning forward from the hips, push the hips forward. Bring the arms up high, inhale. And exhale, goddess arms. Feel that gorgeous flow of energy coming out from your heart. Really leaning into that front leg. And coming back to center. Just release the spine again. And we're going to finish off our practice today with Shavasana. I'd really like for you to have a cushion around here so it just slightly lifts the heart. So no big deal if you haven't got one to hand or whatever. And if you're still comfy, if you're feeling any lower back discomfort, put some more cushions underneath your knees as well. But if you can just lie down, and you'll feel it just gently lifts the heart and opens the chest a little bit more. So plenty of space for the body, nice and open. Take the breath that you need. Whatever the body's telling you to do is right for you and your body at the moment. Have the feet quite wide, so the feet are sort of at either side of your mat, and just let the feet flop open. Just let everything just be relaxed. And the same with the arms. The arms follow how the feet are, so arms with plenty of space either side of the bodies, palms facing up. Just lift your hips a little and tuck the tailbone just gently under. And the same with your head. Lift your head and lay it back down so that it's not lifting up at all and it's slightly just tucked in towards the chest that little bit more. And in the chakra rainbow, these forces of energy within us, the heart chakra, the anahata chakra, is green colour. So if you want to think about that area around the heart as green, and visualise it may be pulsing, radiating love and energy, positive energy out of you. And when our heart chakra is balanced, we feel more compassionate, more loving, more empathetic, more peaceful and connected and accepting to not just other people, but to ourselves. So with every exhale, just feel that green glow of love just radiating and growing out of you. Filling the room that you're in, the house that you're in, the street that you're in, just growing and growing until that love just radiates the entire universe. And as we come to the end of our practice, just send out that love in your head. We're closing our practice, but we're not closing the heart chakra. That can stay nicely balanced now. Take a nice deep breath in and blow out the energy. And again, inhale, exhale. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes, bring yourself back to the space that you're in. And now stretch the body out all the way, arms up above the head, stretch the fingers, legs fully straight, as if you're being pulled by your fingers and your toes. And now gently bring the knees up to the chest and give yourself a hug, and maybe a little rock side to side. Roll onto your right side and bring yourself up, back into seated, easy pose. Take a few releasing breaths. Sending all my love to you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.